Pulitzer Prize winner speaks to Louis students. BBC Arts Hour hosted in Rome. The Jubilee of the Poor takes place in the Vatican. Egyptian artifacts on display at the Scuderie del Quirinale. Good morning and welcome to Zeta News. I'm your presenter, Joseph Tulin, and today we'll be starting with some news from Ukraine. A Russian airstrike has killed 26 people and wounded dozens in western Ukraine. The attack, which took place in the city of Ternopil, was the most deadly attack in western Ukraine since the beginning of the war. The head of the Lviv region has stated that an energy facility has been struck. Meanwhile, a Russian drone was detected in Romanian airspace, which resulted in Romania and Germany scrambling their air forces in response to this incursion. Poland has also deployed jets and temporarily closed 2 airports in the southeast of the country in response to the airstrikes. Furthermore, the US administration are pushing for a peace deal which would require Ukraine to cede land to Russia and cut military capabilities. Journalist and Pulitzer Prize winner Nathan Strahl came to Rome to present his prize-winning book on the Palestinian experience to students in Luis. João Kerr reports on the story.
American journalist Nathan Strahl presented the Pulitzer-winning book A Day in the Life of Ebedi Salama in Aula Chiesa in the main campus of Lewis University in Viale Romania. Nathan Strahl, now based in Jerusalem, spoke about his ideas on the Israel-Palestine conflict and shared the process of reporting on it and writing his book. After the speech, Nathan gave to all the public the chance to ask questions about his book, his work as a journalist, and his viewpoints on the conflict. It was an excellent opportunity for students and professionals of different fields to talk to someone that lives in Israel.
I think that he made an incredible picture of the actual situation in Israel. All the problems that the Palestinians have about facilities.
It was tremendously rewarding, actually, because so many of the students here had read the book and asked really insightful questions about it. There's nothing more gratifying than engaging with young people who intend to work in your same field, who really understood the book and engaged with it in a thoughtful way.
In the United States, the Senate has voted on Tuesday to release the files related to the Jeffrey Epstein investigation. Let's go to Matilde with the details.
Thank you, Joe. So in a major turn of events, the United States Congress has now passed the Epstein File Transparency Act. And today, President Donald Trump finally signed the bill after the House voted for 427-1 and the Senate approved it unanimously. Under the new law, the United States Department of Justice is now required to publish all unclassified DOJ records on Epstein in a searchable and downloadable format. This will include flight logs, travel records, and specifically all material regarding Ghislaine Maxwell. However, of course, victims' identities and active investigation material can still be withheld. So the signing marks a notable reversal for Trump, who had initially been reluctant to back full disclosure, but shifted after a broad bipartisan push and the public demand. So what will happen next is the DOJ must meet a 30-day timetable. In that window, the legal team will review, revise, and prepare all documents for the public release. And we may see significant revelation about Epstein work. Back to you, Joe.
The commemoration day for victims of traffic accidents took place in Via Cristoforo Colombo in Rome. Ellen Cassa brings us the story.
Noi siamo qui oggi davanti al luogo dove 3 anni fa è stato ucciso sul marciapiede Francesco, e Francesco aveva diritto di vivere. Francesco non è più qui. Oggi qui davanti a noi abbiamo voluto rappresentare tutti i nomi delle persone che solo quest'anno a Roma, capitale, non ci sono più. E sono quasi 100. E per queste 100 persone facciamo un minuto di silenzio.
So we're here because after 3 years, the situation has not changed one bit. 3 years later, we're here with 4, 5, 6 lanes dedicated to the cars. No bus lane, no bike lane, and people keep on dying. Like, for example, 3 weeks ago, another girl died, 20 years old, only 200 meters from here. The space on the road needs to be distributed evenly. If I choose to walk, if I choose to cycle, if I choose to take the public transportation, I need to have the same safety, the same dignity, and the same pleasure of living the city that everybody else has.
Nel nostro piano nazionale sicurezza stradale, dal 2019 al 2030 noi avremmo dovuto dimezzare le vittime sulla strada. Ebbene, questo è ancora un obiettivo molto lontano, perché abbiamo ridotto solo del 5%.
La soluzione che potremmo provare è sicuramente abbassare la velocità delle auto in città.
The BBC held a live recording of its radio show, The Arts Hour in Rome. Here is Salvatrice Danna with the story.
We're here at Teatro Italia to see the BBC live show of the Arts Hour on tour. We have, as always, the guest, Nikki Betty, who's going to speak to local artists such as Margherita Vicario, who has won 3 awards from the Davide di Donatello. It's going to be live performances, discussions, debates, just to show what Italy's art scene has to offer.
Fans who secured tickets got a chance to attend the live recording for the radio show that garners 75 million listeners for free. Arts Hour features local artists from countries all over the world. Betty told Zeta why the BBC chose Rome.
So much is changing in Rome in terms of creative. So what we are trying to explore on this show is what impact the layers and layers of cultural heritage from the past have on creatives today. This is not the BBC coming and saying, oh, here we are telling your story. We are the conduit to tell other people's stories.
The taping featured stand-up comedy by Luca Ravina and musical performances from Mecna and Levante. Guests spoke about their art, such as Paolo Stripoli, whose latest film, The Holy Boy, premiered at the 82nd Venice International Film Festival.
Alla fine i mostri sono quelli che non vediamo, sono gli spiriti che abbiamo dentro e sono un po' i demoni che proviamo ad esorcizzare.
With this, the world got a taste of Italy's creative scene.
Hundreds of people gather in the Vatican to celebrate the Jubilee of the Poor. Davide Bertuzzi reports on this from St. Peter's Square.
We are in Vatican City, in St. Peter's Square, where the Jubilee of the Poor gathers thousands of people from all over the world, offering a moment of recognition for those often left on the margins of society.
Jubilee of the Poor, which I got the message that we have to be concerned for each other, and especially we have to be sensitive to the needs of others so that we can share and bear and care each other.
During the celebration, Pope Leo made a surprise appearance on the steps of St. Peter's Basilica, bringing a message of closeness and care. His visit turned an already meaningful event into an unforgettable moment for the crowd. The Pope reminded everyone that responding to these needs requires presence, listening and solidarity.
Certainly a concrete testimony that one can act and do a lot, even through faith, for the community problems we all have in society.
The Jubilee of the Poor sends a clear message. A community is strongest when it cares of the most vulnerable members. In St. Peter's Square, that message was visible in every smile, every greeting, and every act of attention.
A prestigious exhibition exploring the ancient Egyptian civilization is being held in Rome's Scuderie del Quirinale. Dylan Brown Wilkinson is here to tell us more about the story.
At the Scuderie del Quirinale, a new exhibition brings the splendor of ancient Egypt to life.
Tesori dei Faraoni, Treasures of the Pharaohs, runs from October the 24th, 2025 to May the 3rd, 2026. The exhibition showcases rare masterpieces from golden jewellery to amulets. Hieroglyphic inscriptions reveal the stories of power, faith, and craftsmanship that shaped Egypt's golden age.
We put together these wonderful 130 artifacts. And we made sure that each artifact will tell a different story. All together, they will tell the story of ancient Egypt, the story of the pharaohs, the people around the pharaohs, and the story of death and life in ancient Egypt.
Scenes of workers, deities, and rituals reveal the artistry that linked the divine with the everyday, showing how Egyptian culture celebrated both the human and the sacred. The journey ends with the golden mask of Pharaoh Amenemhotep, a masterpiece that embodies Egypt's eternal fascination with beauty, death, and the divine.
The online platform Mubi hosted a film festival taking over cinemas in Rome. Salvatrice Danna reports from Edicola Erno, the meeting point and hub of the festival.
We are here at Edicola Erno in Rome's Prati neighborhood, where this pop-up space has collaborated with Mubi, a streaming platform known for its art house films. We're going to speak to staff and fellow film lovers to see what the space has to offer.
We're students, we're doing cinema in Rome, and we like to go to festivals as cinephiles, and the Movie Fest is an exciting opportunity, so we didn't miss it.
The festival, which ran from 14 to 16 November and showcased films at the Cinema Quattro Fontane and the Forum Theatre, was complemented by Edicola Erno, a meeting point for film enthusiasts to connect, explore, and collect memorabilia.
Da venerdì a domenica abbiamo ospitato Mubi, abbiamo una selezione dei loro prodotti, tutta la parte più importante, il magazine Notebook, che parla su vari argomenti riguardanti al cinema. Bello perché poi qua in Edicola Erno si crea uno spazio di condivisione, dove si può conoscere anche gente nuova, c'è tutta la piazzetta, quindi si crea un bel ambiente.
During Movie Fest, Edicola Erno enriched the event by bringing screenings, community, and print culture together into one finely tuned experience.
Thank you for watching today's news. Remember, a new edition of the Zeta Plus magazine will be released soon. Make sure to follow us on all social medias. Have a nice day. Thank you.